Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. I am here with Condites to report that I've got no clue as to what is going on relating to the Paths of the Dead. Do you know the story of the Oathbreakers and the Paths of the Dead? Perhaps a recounting of that tale in order is in order, and that you will be more familiar with the puzzle that's set before us. Do you wish to hear it? I have a feeling I don't have much choice in that matter. I thought so. Yes, after the destruction of Numenor in the Second Age, Elendil and his sons came to Middle-earth and knew that they had to start anew or perish. And so the kingdoms of Arnor and Gondor were founded. Arnor to the north and Gondor to the south. At the hill of Erech, in the kingdom of Gondor, Isildur set the great black stone that was brought out of Numenor before its downfall. It is said that the stone stands there still, unchanged, even as it was in the latter years of the Second Age. That is where and when our story begins. Well, let us go and find out.
In the second age of Middle-earth, Isildur called the men of the mountains to the hill of Erech to discuss their loyalties.
And here we are at the hill of Erech. Hello there, Urkenib. This is the place, Irvund, the hill of Erech. You stayed behind at the encampment when our Lord was last here, but I was in the party that wrestled the stone to the summit. Several days of toil, true, but I can think of no better way to mark the escape of Numenor's sons from the deluge. Seeing the forest we came through from this height gives me a greater appreciation for its beauty, and I forgive its branches the many scratches we sustained. This new kingdom of Gondor is a beautiful land indeed. May it stand evermore. This way, Irvund. Isildur has gone ahead, and we must not let our lord wait on our arrival. No, we shouldn't. To the summit! Right.
The kingdoms of Arnor and Gondor were still in their infancy. Isildur knew he would need allies if Gondor was to flourish.
Yeah, having allies is a great help when you are trying to found a kingdom. At least if you wish it to survive very long. Now, where is this hill? I don't see the stone yet. And until I see the stone, well, I can see it on the map up here. So I can at least see the stone on the map. Ah, here it is. There we go. Own a piece of the rock. Ah, oh, Isildur. Sorry, my lord. Irvund, is it not? Yes, I thought so. Isildur looks about expectantly, admiring the view from the summit. This has been a year of toil, Irvund, but in moments like this, breathing the clean air and looking out over the forests of Middle-earth, I can almost believe that this is home.
Isildur called the men of the White Mountains to treat with him at Erech.
Do you think they will come, Irvund? No idea. We have peace for now, but if Sauron returns, we will need allies. We need the allegiance of the men of the mountain. Will they grant it? Look for them to the north slope of the hill, Irvund. All right, I guess we can do that. And here we are.
At last they approached, a small group of men and their king.
A very small group of two. You are the son of Elendil the Tall? You are the one called Isildur? I am. I am Rioch. I am the king of the mountain. Why have you called us to this place? That's a good thing to hear. The kingdom of Gondor is young, but already you have seen a sign of its strength. From over the sea we have come, bringing with us majesty undreamt of in Middle-earth. We desire your friendship. Gondor can provide you with great stores of knowledge and power. Understand this, Isildur, son of Elendil. When my sworn men were young, traders told me of tales of the great land beyond the sea. Now the men of that place have sprung forth, as if from legend. They erect mighty towers and great cities. They perform wonders. My lord Isildur does not ask for your reverence, he asks for your sword arms. Oh, be still, Urkineb. The forces of Sauron are scattered and leaderless, but it has been so before. Will you swear an oath to fight against him should he return? I will swear it on this very stone, this sign of the might of Numenor's sons. On this stone I swear that I and my people will stand with you in the fight against Sauron, should he return.
It was done. The allegiance of the men of the mountains was secured.
Well, that was good. What do you say about this alliance? King Rioch has led us for these many years, and his word is hewn from stone like that of the mountain itself, with roots as deep. Let Sauron show himself again at his peril. He should dare not when confronted with the men of the mountain and you, the sons of Numenor, and now Gondor. All right, what do you say? There is a great deal that he can learn from you and from the king of Gondor. We are now as brothers, are we not? The bond of our oath will tie us together, and let our shared enemies tremble, Gondor and the mountain. And what do you say, Rioch? At this moment, there are none in this land more proud than I, King Rioch of the mountain. There is so much our people can learn from each other, and by sharing our strength, we will be the stronger for it. Your Lord Isildur was wise to reach out to us, and we are honored to have been called to this place. Should Sauron return, he will face our combined might and will be fearful. All right. That is a good start. What do you think about all this, Urkineb? What a day this has been, Eärvund. We must learn from Isildur's example. Do not undervalue the worth of our alliances. It would be easy to look upon the wonders of Gondor, even this early in its life, and think we can conquer any enemy. But Sauron is conniving, and if he does somehow return, as Isildur fears, we will be glad for the strong warriors of the mountain. Good, great. Baruch is I. Oh, wrong warriors of the mountain.
The years passed, and the shadow grew again in Middle-earth. No word came from Garth Lothig, a fortress in Gondor. Isildur gathered a force of men to investigate.
And here is our force. All 6 of us. Yes, I'm sure we can handle anything, the 6 of us. Beradar, this is terrible. Look what has happened to Garth Lothig. This is the reason we must have heard not from this defenders. They're all slain and the fort taken. How could such a thing have happened? How could such evil have come to Gondor without our knowledge? No idea, Doorway. No idea. Isildur, what do we do? You know what must be do, Doorway. We will fight our way inside and reclaim this fort for Gondor. Aye, for Gondor! This is the work of orcs, Berendar. You and Doorway, come with me. We will fight our way into the fort while the rest of our band approaches Garth Lothig from the flank. They will rue the day that they spilled Gondorian blood on our soil. Berendar, Doorway, this way! You others, circle the fort and approach from the flanks. The orcs must have assembled these war machines in the shadows of the cliffs. The defenders sealed the doors, and the orcs settled in for a long siege. But it wasn't a long siege. Prepare yourselves! And then, of course, the orcs start with their usual snide remarks. And this is the easy bit, of course. Just a few orcs, sort of our warm-up to get used to this character, most likely. Since we only have 4 skills here, this sweeping one, which handles up to 6 targets, so we can handle them all. We have this stunning one right here. You also have one that's a big damager with that really, really long cooldown, which I probably won't use too often once we get further along, since I want to save that attack for the trolls. But using it once in a while in the early part won't be too much of a problem. This way! Wow, we have surprise on our side. Up the causeway! Yes, up the causeway! Oh. You mean literally climb up the causeway. Alright. Here we go. And never hurts when you stun one of your enemies. Of course, it does help if the enemy actually gets stunned in the effect. Let's wait for that one to die, and then we could... Oh, that one shot him. So the orcs aren't very strong. Oh, 15,000 common damage. Whee! How many hit points do each of these orcs have? 9,000. Okay. It could one-shot one of these orcs. As I said, that's why I want to save it for the trolls, because I'm sure I could take a considerable amount of them once we get to them. See, this does 1,700. That does 17 and 13. And that does 3,000. These orcs are different from the others we have seen this year, Biridar. Something drives them. Alright, so this does 2 attacks that have the same amount of damage that this one does by itself. This does about half the damage of those things. This cooldown is... What is that? Oh, 45 seconds. Yeah, in an MMO, 45 seconds can be an eternity. Oh yes, of course we need the healing also, because it's 75%. Restore 75% of maximum morale. Wow, that's a pretty impressive heal. I wasn't expecting that much. And now for you. What sorrow has taken this place? We must grub it from the walls and slay every orc. That's it. That's the spirit. Slay every orc in this place. And even the trolls when we get to... speaking of trolls, here's the first one right here. Here you go. Alright, we stunned that troll this time. Alright. Force feet maximum 6. Alright, the one that divides by that splits into two different attacks. It does have the advantage of doing 6 at a time, so it's probably not as good against a single opponent because the mitigations, how that operates. But when you have a bunch of orcs around, it could come in handy. Hey, that's my king there. There you go. Actually, that's a question. Would he have been technically a king at this point? Probably not, considering that Elendil is still alive. The drums are getting louder. Ready yourselves, friends! Since this is before the last alliance, alright, this is when you really want to do that. And we'll knock occasionally these out, and we will be fine. Orcs dead all over the place. Actually, it seems like that's showing the. I notice it's showing 1057 whenever I do that. That's pretty good. Why is that? But this is only 1850. What kind of damage is this doing? I would assume, yeah, it's doing common. So why is it doing? Right, 1057, and then. Oh, 1057. No, actually, that's minus 7,000. Okay, that's right. Yes, that is considerably off. So, yeah, those mitigations really hurt in that particular one. But you're doing 6 at a time, so slowly whittling them down. I might as well make sure I do a little healing there to make sure that I don't get killed, because you don't want to go and have to do this whole thing all over again because of some crazy thing like that. No, absolutely. You certainly don't want to repeat this. Of course, it is a session play, so repeating it is a can be an annoyance, and even if you wanted to repeat it after you complete and all that, you could always go to Rivendell and repeat it there. Their ranks are thin. Press onward, soldiers of Gondor, if you want to remember the details of what's in here and stuff like that. Which means, I think that means probably never. Now, there are some people who probably like repeating, like the choices of Samwise, which would be a long way away since that is several updates away, maybe a couple of years down the road or something like that. We have come too late to save the people, but we'll make these orcs pay for everyone. The deluge comes, their ways will crash and die upon the rocks of Gondor. All right. Let's go and make them pay. Actually, I better also make sure that Isildur and Doorway stay alive, because if they don't, as I said, I have to repeat it. I'll be forced to repeat it. And you don't want to be forced to repeat it. I mean, if you are going to repeat an instance or something, it's because you want to repeat it, right? You certainly don't want it to be because, oh, I got to do it again. There you go. Heal and kill. Heal and kill. That's the way it goes. Actually, there are. Yeah, Doorway and Isildur seem to be in pretty good shape. Oh, you're still alive. Next! Aha, the first of the. Alright, while he does that, we could do this. And now you and you. Yeah, just keep that. Alright, now that troll is probably immune to stuns at the moment, unfortunately. And, well, not any longer. It looks like I just caught him right at the right moment there. Too bad I don't have more skills, so I could do something else while I'm waiting or something like that. I know I'll be needing to heal myself in a moment. You know, it'd be really embarrassing to die in this thing right after giving this long lecture on needing to avoid getting killed. Dash! Yeah, I know, I know. You really like the Nazgul, don't you? Yeah, Makashkul yourself. Now, my big problem right now is I seem to be rather low on power. So I do have to conserve that a little bit. It'd be really, really bad if I run out. I think Isildur could use a little healing right there. Ooh, actually that was decent timing there. Hey! Now. And now for you to get stunned. You get a stun. You get a stun. Everyone gets a stun. I really wish I could arrange that, right? Hey, let's stun them all at the same time. Alright, let's better say. Yeah, Isildur seems to be alright. Hey, don't do that to me. Alright, good. Staying alive. Take care of it. Hey, we are about to get another attack in there. This is... Actually, this is the one I really want to concentrate on at the moment. Because this is the one that's... Oh, yeah, that really knocked him down. Oh, boy. Keep them down, keep them dead. And I think this is it. Just one more troll and we're done. Okay, I did have enough power in order to get through all this. Good! Really a pain when you get through this. We're victorious! If anything this day can be called a victory. Berendar, look at that idol the orcs have erected. Tell me it's not what it seems to be. It looks like an idol of Sauron to me.
It was the proof Isildur hoped not to find. Sauron had returned.
We got a problem. We know what this means, Beradar. It means that these orcs are not leaderless, but were given purpose by Sauron, their master. Yikes!
And so Isildur summoned the men of the mountains to Erech to fulfill their oath.
And here we are back at Erech. It does not look good, Beradar. The men of the mountains should have been here by now, but they have sent no word and made no appearance. I have never seen our Lord Isildur like this. It may be best for King Riok if he did not come here at all. Ooh. Yeah, Isildur is not happy. Still no sign of them. No sign at all. Yeah, I know, that's a problem. Our wait has ended, Baragar. King Riok and some of his people now climb the summit. They are late, but their support against Sauron will excuse them of their tardiness. Yes.
At last they approached.
Yay! To see the army. That's not much of an army. I expected you earlier than this, Riok. And why have you brought so few men? You mean like one other person? We have not come to fight for you. Your strength is nothing to that before Sauron. What are you saying, Riok? You swore an oath to fight against Sauron.
But the men of the mountains refused to fulfill their oath. They had worshipped Sauron in the dark years and thought they would be rewarded.
You do not frighten us. Sauron will crush your kingdom as he has before. I'll kill you! Hold! Death is too good for you, Ryok. You will be the last king of your people. This curse I lay upon you and all your folk, never to rest until your oath be fulfilled. You will not know the restful sleep of death. You will not know a day without the regret of your broken oath. This war will last for uncounted years, and you will be summoned again before the end. Now go! Leave this place! My words will follow you to eternity! They
They
fled.
fled before him, his curse echoing in their ears. They fled to their homes in the mountains, but they could never escape Isildur's curse.
No, you cannot escape that curse. I did not believe the whispers, Beridar. I thought Ryok's people would be good as their word, but it seems the rumors were true. They worshipped Sauron in secret during the Dark Years, and now he has returned, they cast their lot in with him. Standing here upon Erech, I look from the height and see for a great distance, even into the years ahead. Know this, my words to Ryok were not empty. This war will last for countless years, and if Gondor defies Sauron, Ryok's people will be summoned once more before the end. They will never know peace until they have fulfilled their oath. This I vow, and let all bear witness to it.
And it is said they linger still, hungering for the rest they shall never have.
It'll be a while before we see the Stone of Erech again. A long while, because that's several updates away. But that concludes today's episode, and next time we'll see why Condes went and bothered to tell me this story when we return for the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.